Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be testing out a super affordable foundation from the Beauty Glazed brand. So this is the foundation we're going to be trying today. It's called Matte Me and it claims to be high coverage and poreless. This cost me, wait for it, like, you know, when I said it was super affordable, it's probably the cheapest makeup product I think I've ever bought, which is great, but also kind of worrying at the same time. I'm just thinking, how could this be good? So this cost me 88p and the shipping was £1.50. Sellers do this where they'll kind of sell something for like 20p, but then the shipping will be like £5. It's a little bit bizarre because I suppose in a way it kind of draws you in when you see like a really cheap product price and you get stung with the shipping. You're kind of a little bit pissed off. So anyway, so in reality this costs just over £2 when you include the shipping. I have this in the shade 02 and it also claims to be cruelty free and you get 30 mils. If I just read you out what it says on the Amazon website, it just says Beauty Glazed Liquid Foundation Concealer BB Cream, Sweatproof, Moisturising, Waterproof, Concealer, Isolation, Whitening, Bright Lasting Blemish, Balm Coverage Makeup Base. They've just kind of thrown a load of like words that are related to foundation into this description and said, yes, job done. Pop it on for 88p. I mean, really. There's no reviews as yet that I can see because this has only just been released, and the reason why I got it from Amazon was because I couldn't find it anywhere on AliExpress. I saw on the Beauty Glazed Instagram page that they were releasing it, and of course my vagina just knew I had to have it. I looked on AliExpress, couldn't find it, and then found it on Amazon, and it came to me within 2 weeks of ordering. So I would probably like recommend buying this from Amazon because chances are you're going to get it delivered much quicker than you would do if you bought it from AliExpress. I still don't know if it's on AliExpress. Feel free to have a look, but I think Amazon might be your best bet for this one. It claims to be matte. It's called Matte Me, but then in the description it claims to give you a radiant finish, so I don't trust that description. I just feel like it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna put my phone on charge before the battery dies. Doing a sassy walk back from putting my phone on charge. Forgot to check how many shades it came in, so I thought, oh my gosh, I can't not let people know. This foundation comes in 4 shades, which quite frankly is unacceptable. I don't care how cheap you are, you need to improve your shade range at Beauty Glazed. So this is the packaging it comes in. It's a squeezy tube and we've just got this little like tip at the end. I have the shade 2, so this is like the second lightest or the third. Yeah, the second lightest. I was trying to get like, I was thinking it's the second lightest or the third darkest. No. Okay, so this is what a shade 02 looks like. It looks to be quite neutral. It kind of gives the impression of being quite thick, but at the same time it is fairly runny. I'm going to be using my Real Technique sponge today because this is my favourite beauty sponge. I don't use brushes, so I am sticking just with the sponge today. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on my sponge like so, and I'm just going to start popping it on. It does look to have very good coverage and it looks to be actually very yellowy undertoned, which isn't the best for me. I always feel like my skin looks quite strange if I wear like yellow undertoned foundation because I definitely have cooler undertones that I'm kind of realising now. Okay, so I feel like that's actually spread out really well. I only applied like a tiny amount, but it's actually given me a lot of coverage. It's blending out nicely. And I actually think the shade isn't as yellow as I first thought now that I've kind of blended it out just a little bit. It doesn't really have any kind of scent to it, which I appreciate. And I am also going to pop it kind of over my eye as well. just pick up a little bit more. Do you know what? You only need the tiniest amount. Like, look at that. By the way, I've got a Tarte moisturiser on today, which is quite glowy, as you've probably seen. But I feel like this moisturiser doubles up as being a really good primer because it's quite sticky. So that's why I wore it today. Okay. Oh, do you know what? Oh, God. This always happens, right? Whenever I'm applying a foundation for the first time, I'll be looking in the camera and I'll be like, oh yeah, it looks good. I'm loving it. She's living the dream right now. But then I look in my mirror of reality and I'm kind of like, oh, like what? By the way, check out my mirror as well. How many years bad luck is this? Like a million? Do you know what? The coverage doesn't look quite as good as I first thought. You can still clearly see, like, I think little bits of like red. I mean, you could definitely see my spot, of course. You could see the spot from the moon. It has also emphasized my pores around my nose quite a bit. And it's not doing so well around my fine lines. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do the other side and then we can compare. I'm just trying not to put on too much because I've got a feeling that if I applied too much, this could look cakey quite quickly. I actually think the amount I've applied will do for the entire side of this face. Of this face. Whose face? This face. I mean, really, guys. I would say this is a good medium coverage. I'm kind of liking the shade. I think it's working for me for now, providing it doesn't start to oxidize. I do feel like it has accentuated my pores. It's just not looking so smooth over those areas. I feel like it potentially is going to be sinking into my fine lines. But other than that, I feel like it's done a good job kind of smoothing out my skin. Right now it's looking like it might be a natural slash kind of radiant finish as opposed to matte. Like, it could dry down matte, but I'm not seeing matte at this point. Okay, so I have just done a little bit of bronzing. I've set my face. I'm not going to be doing any more makeup right now because I am going to be filming another video later where I'm going to be testing out some AliExpress makeup. My bronzer went on as normal, and you know what? I'm kind of liking this so far. I think it's got a really beautiful kind of finish to it. There's nothing that is making me kind of hugely concerned at this point. I've just got this voice in my head just saying, Anwen, it's 88p. Oh, well, it's not. It's just over £2 if you include the shipping. It's just over £2 if you include the shipping. And that's making me like doubt the foundation because I'm thinking it's so cheap. How can this be good? But do you know what? It could be. As usual with my foundation reviews, I'm going to be wearing this foundation over the course for like a few days or a couple of days, just however long it takes me to really kind of understand the foundation and come up with my conclusion. So you'll be seeing me in just a sec, which will be like in the future sometime, and I will be able to tell you exactly what I think of the foundation and how it wore and just all of the information you might ever need to know. So it's day one of wearing the Beauty Glazed Matte Me foundation and I'm so impressed. Like, I wasn't even planning on doing like an update now, but I just couldn't not do an update because I've had it on for about I put it on at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've had it on for 14 hours. 14 hours, that sounds like a long time. But I put it on at 10 this morning and it's 6 now. So anyway, I think it's actually looking really, really good. Keep in mind, it's been an absolutely sweltering day here. I've been busy all day and it's just like it's still even on my nose, like foundations are usually so quick to come off my nose, but I just wanted to give you that update because the foundation is really, really impressing me. I am very, very optimistic about this, but next time you see me, it will be after I've worn the foundation for a few more days. So I just wanted to give you this update now and just show you what it's looking like after 14 hours wear. It's looking good for me. By the way, yes, I am topless. I am just about to have a shower, and I just suddenly thought, do you know what, I need to do an update right now. And I just thought I'll just do it like this and hope nobody notices, although I'm sure you have. I've got an itchy nose. Yeah, I'm sure you've noticed, but I feel that we're friends now, so it's fine. Anyway, guys, I will see you soon. Hello there. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting because this is the first video that I'm filming other than my vlog with my new tattoo. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I will be obviously giving a bit more information and showing you a bit of the kind of tattoo journey on my vlog, which will be coming up on Sunday as usual. So if you want to find out a little bit more about the new tattoo, then you can see that on the vlog. But here she is. I mean, really, guys. Oh. Okay, so today I'm going to be giving you my final thoughts on the Matte Me foundation by Beauty Glazed. I've been wearing this for how long? So I first tested it out, I think, on Saturday, and it's Thursday afternoon today. So I've worn this, I think, every day barring Wednesday, and I think there was one other day I didn't wear it. I absolutely am so surprised with this foundation. And it's now 4:15 on Thursday. I put this foundation on at about 6:45 this morning. It's again been a boiling hot day here in Manchester. We're in the middle of some kind of crazy heat wave at the moment. I really think this foundation is phenomenal for 88p. I feel like if this foundation was £8.99, I would still be thinking it was phenomenal and raving about it, and I'd still be like super excited about it. But I have no idea like how this foundation is so good. Like, I've tried foundations that have been £35 that have not excited me anywhere near as much as this foundation. I definitely feel like this gives you a really good kind of solid medium coverage. It does claim to be a high coverage foundation, and I definitely do think that you could build it up to giving you like super high coverage. However, I tend to go really, really light with this foundation because I've just got like a sneaky feeling that if I did kind of over apply it to get a high coverage, I feel like it could get a bit cakey. I've not actually tried that theory out just because I've not really wanted to like spoil this, so I've only used like a minimal amount. Just like I've dotted a little bit onto my finger and then just like swipe, bit on the vagina, no, none on the vagina, but you know what I mean. And then I've just kind of gone in with my sponge, blended it all in. Just don't know how this foundation is so good and so cheap. This is the cheapest foundation that I've ever used, and right now it's kind of one of my favorites. Like, I've actually passed upon using my Peach Perfect foundation for this one because I've just really been enjoying wearing it. I think that the shade 02 is perfect for me. I did put a little bit of like fake tan kind of moisturizer. I don't even know what it was, but it was like a moisturizer with like self tanner in it. Put that on last night, so my face is maybe looking a little bit bronzed right now, but even without that on, like when I first tested this out, the shade was like a perfect match. Doesn't seem to oxidize throughout the day. So this gives you a very kind of natural, almost kind of radiant finish, but I would definitely say it fits into the category of natural, but with a little bit of radiance. Again, it claims to be a matte foundation, and you know, its name is Matte Me, but I don't really believe that it is like 100% matte. So if you are buying this thinking A, it's kind of super high coverage, and B, it's super matte, I would definitely say it's not, and you might be disappointed. I think a much more fitting name for this would be natural me with a slight bit of dewy, really, but that would probably be like too much of a mouthful. I think the packaging is great. It's just the dog's bollocks. Like, literally, why do people say the dog's bollocks? I'm going to say the cat's vagina. No, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? The cat's vagina. Do cats even have vaginas? I don't know. But anyway, where is this video going? I would have no reservations whatsoever in recommending this foundation to you. It's such a shame that they only have 4 shades, and the 4 shades are not particularly like versatile. So like, that is an absolute bummer, but I'm hoping that Beauty Glazed have some success with this foundation and they invest some money into expanding their shade range, because it's just not good enough that they only have 4 shades. I think it's so sad that only like a very limited number of people will actually be able to try this foundation, because they have such a non-inclusive shade range. Also, I feel like I just need to like reiterate this point, but this costs 88p, but then the shipping on top of it is £1.50, so in effect it's just over £2. I don't know why they did that. Like, they could have just made this like £1.50 and then shipping 88p, but I don't know. Either way, I mean, like I said, if this was £8.99, £10.99, £15, I would still be absolutely raving about it and saying that I think it is 100% worth the money, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, just sorry guys, like literally, where is my mind today, in the words of my favourite song by the Pixies? But I have oily skin, and this foundation I feel is like ideal for my oily skin. Literally just kind of set it this morning with my Rimmel powder, and as I said, it's been a boiling hot day. I've been in a hot office. I've been working my little ass off, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like I look that like oily. I might look a little bit like glowy. I like to use the word glowy, not oily. Let's pretend that I look glowy right now. I don't think I look oily though, really, but anyway guys, I'm gonna go. I want you to try this foundation. I want you to let me know what your thoughts are. I am so sorry if they don't have your shade, which I'm sure is definitely going to be the case for a lot of people. I am going to be emailing Beauty Glazed. Well, maybe not emailing because I don't know them, but I'm going to be going on their Instagram and I'm going to be sending a strongly worded DM to say, you feckers have created a brilliant foundation, but you need to get back in that lab, mix up some of the shades and create some new shades, because 4 shades is unacceptable right now. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope that you're having a wonderful day whatever you're doing, and I will see you in the next one. My tattoo says bye guys. By the way, my hand is so swollen. Look, can you see? You might not be able to see as much, but to me, like, I feel like I'm a boxer and I've just like knocked someone out and I've just got the biggest hand ever in the world. It just looks really deformed at the moment. Can you see? Anyway guys, I'm gonna go. Bye. By the way, I can't wave properly at the moment because like my tattoo is just stopping me from waving, so I've got to wave like this. I look like a right knob. You know when I'm in the office and someone waves and I'm like, hope Honeys doesn't want wanking off later, because this hand is not for wanking. I mean, what is she saying? Anyway guys, see you in the next one. Bye bye.